Hi, welcome to my channel. I was in the mood for a sweet treat, so I'm going to be making some espresso chocolate chip muffins. So this should be a fantastic little treat for the afternoon, and you could also have them in the morning for breakfast and get a little bit of an extra caffeine kick in the morning with your coffee. Or like what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna save some of them and then also freeze some of them so that whenever I want them throughout the rest of the month, I can just take one out the night before and have it ready for me in the morning. So let's begin. So first off, I pre-measured my flour. It is 2 3/4 cup of flour, and you want to add 4 teaspoons of baking powder. It's quite a bit, so this will probably rise quite a bit. And then you need about a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. So I'm just going to take this and fill it up about halfway. There we go. And about a teaspoon of cinnamon. I always go a little bit over because I like the flavor of cinnamon, but you do not need to do that. And then you're gonna need 1 tablespoon of espresso powder. We want this very espresso flavored. This stuff is so good. It's this Nescafe Gold Express. I got the intense one, and I have been very happy with it. I use it sometimes just to make regular espresso coffee, or I've been baking with it quite a bit too, and it bakes really nice. So I've been very happy with this. And then we're gonna give that a whisk together and set it aside. Okay, that is looking great. So I'm gonna set that up here while we get our wet ingredients together. So for the wet ingredients, first I'm gonna add 2 eggs, and then a 1/2 cup of white sugar, and then a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. Make sure the brown sugar gets packed in. And then we're gonna level that off. And then we're gonna put this on medium until it is all combined. Okay, that came together nicely. It is a beautiful golden honey color. So now it is time to add my cup of milk, a 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, coffee extract. That would be even better, but I do not have that, so I'm gonna be using this. I love the smell of almond extract. You're needing a teaspoon of that. Okay, and then we're gonna mix that up for about a minute. Okay, that is looking great. So now I'm gonna slowly start to incorporate my dry ingredients, but as soon as it gets completely incorporated, I need to stop mixing it. We do not want it to get too thick and build up too much gluten. Okay, this is almost ready. I'm just gonna scrape down the sides real quick and give it one final stir to make sure everything is all incorporated in nicely. Beautiful caramely color. Okay, awesome. That is looking great. So I'm going to take it off here. We're gonna scrape off our beater. It's smelling so good. You can really smell the espresso and the almond extract. And the oven is ready. Great timing. Okay, scrape down the sides again. It's looking like this. So now it is time to fold in our chocolate chips. I had some dark chocolate chips, and I cut some of them up. So there's some bigger pieces and then there's some smaller pieces. So we're gonna add all that in. That's about a cup and a half. We're gonna get that all folded in. Every cupcake will have some chocolate. Okay, fantastic. Now I have 12 cupcake liners in my cupcake pan. We're just gonna fill all of them up. I have a handy scooper. So we're gonna see how many scoops it's gonna take. Put in one at first. And then I'll probably go through and add a little bit more to each one. Seems like it's a pretty good consistency for the batter. I don't make cakes or cupcakes that often. I mostly make cookies when I'm baking. So it's always a special treat when I make these. Okay, I'm gonna add about 1 more scoop to each one because they don't look quite full enough. This is a tiny cookie scooper. And I want them to be all about the same amount filled so they all cook at the same time. Okay, so here's what they're looking like. Hopefully they won't overflow. There was a lot of baking powder in this, so I'm hoping for the best, and we'll see them in 20 minutes. When it reaches about the 20-minute mark, I'm gonna put in a toothpick and see if it needs any longer or if I can just take them out. Okay, it is time to take them out and see if they are done. So I'm going to test it with a toothpick. Ooh, these look great. They puffed up beautifully and they did not overflow, and they have this gorgeous dome on the top. So that's a good sign. Let's see. Came out pretty clean. Let me test another one. Yeah, I think they're done. So I'm gonna let these rest in the pan for about 5 more minutes, and then I'm gonna put them on my cooling rack to finish cooling, and then I'll give them a taste test. Okay, it is time to give these a taste test. This recipe made 16 cupcakes in total. So I have the 12 here, and then I have 4 that just came out of the oven. So overall, I made quite a bit of them, so I'm very happy about that. So let's give it a taste and see how it turned out. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. It came off very nice, so that's a good sign. It smells so good. I can still really smell that espresso and also the almond extract. So this should be delicious. Let's crack this open and see what the inside crumb is looking like. Oh, that is nice. It looks very good and fluffy and moist. I know some people don't like that word, but let's give it a taste test and see how it tastes. This turned out great. The top has a beautiful, like almost a slight crunch around the corner of it, which is really nice. It was cooked great. It was cooked all the way through. It is nice and fluffy on the inside. And so it is just what you want out of a cupcake. I'm very happy with this, and it tastes amazing. The coffee really shines through, and then you get those chocolate chips to add a really great chocolate flavor. I love chocolate, so can never go wrong with that. If anything, I would have put in more, but with the amount that I put in, it works just fine, especially because I have a mix of big and small pieces, which is nice to have as well. I'm very happy with how these turned out. I think I'm gonna make myself a nice coffee and then finish this cupcake off. There we go. Beautiful texture. Okay, these have completely cooled off, so it is time to start freezing them. Let's see how many I can get into this bag. Okay, so I could get 9 into this bag, and I saw this on TikTok, so I'm gonna try it out. To get more of the air out and almost vacuum seal your baked goods before freezing it, just to get it a better seal and stay fresher, you put a straw in the bag, close it up completely except a little bit on the end where you put the straw, and then you just take a deep breath and try to suck out all of the air, and then quickly remove this and seal it off all the way. So let's see if this works. Oh wow, that worked really well. Look at that. So that is a great hack. I am very happy with how that turned out. So I'm going to freeze these, and actually I just got off the phone with my dad, and I was telling him that I was making these. He's gonna be coming out around halfway through February and stuff, so these will still be good till then, so he can give them a try too. But for now, I'm gonna freeze these, and then I will have 6 cupcakes left over for the next few either breakfasts or like late afternoon. So if you like this kind of content, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Time to freeze.